Okay. Let's get this colorless game in. Interesting. 2 less. So we have haste. Let's keep this. And go pretty nuts. There's nothing crazy to get back with Workshop Assistant. But we can go turn 2 Surge Ginger with haste. One. We're up 3rd. This technically costs more, but with the reduction from Ugin, it's only going to be a 5-drop. Could also go Workshop Assistant on 1. Don't see the need for that. Okay. One haste. So I think we get in at Chew Lane first. Only real reasoning is that this player is the furthest behind, just going last. This player has a blocker. Every player gets an Ornithopter of Paradise. gains haste just forever. Could use some equipment to kind of get into. Need to start finding ways to get Sir Ginger a little bit bigger. Looks like we're gonna have to start splitting fire just to get possible damage in. I think they would trade this Marwind for our commander if possible. It's definitely possible that they wouldn't, but interesting. It's pretty good with fetch lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can either hardcast Meteor Golem next turn or play Ugin. I think getting Ugin down as soon as possible is probably the best way to do it. Sure. Mm. Looping Mind Stone at some point would be pretty good too. Like Mirror Retriever or something. 2 less to cast. Tulane? Wirewood Channeler. It's just Elf Ball. Elf Ball Tulane. Might not be terrible. 2. Why did they tap Marwyn there? Just for the yield? Rogue's Passage. Okay. So, what flyers do we have to deal with? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugin goes to 5. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play a waste. Play an Ugin. I think we're gonna +1 Ugin. What else? Actually, I might just. They're gonna be getting so much mana. It's +1 Ugin for now. A Reliquary Tower, sure. Would they trade Wirewood Channeler for Surge Ginger? Let's find out. Probably should have attacked first, then would have made my Ugin decision a little bit easier. They do not want to block. So we have Meteor Golem set up next turn for 5. Or I can land Rogue's Passage. In an ideal world, I can start drawing something that isn't lands. Sure. Yield through this turn. I actually don't have anything I'd want to do. It's giving me priority for everything because of Hall of the Bandit Lord. Ugin for 4, Ugin for 5, so they're just straight taken out. Okay, looks like we might have found our target over here to start going for. Again, been kind of beaten up on True Lane, but just all out swinging at my Ugin. Mm-hmm. I think this player wants to swing at someone for 2 for sure. Me. It is someone. Yep, no box. Obviously, all his dust is going to be a windmill at some point if we ever draw it. Or green. Yep. So they did put a land into play. They have 2 available mana. It's a pretty forest. All their lands are pretty good. Tome of Legends. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with a land. I honestly don't feel like blowing up just this guy with a Meteor Golem. Blasted Landscape. I guess we're just drawing as many cards as possible this turn. Get Surgeindra up to a 4/2. 2, 3, 4. Or I could make her unblockable. I think it might just be worth it to take a turn off here. Psycho Blasted Landscape. Hedron Archive. Sacrifice Mindstone. Discard that to the bottom. Draw a card. Shimmermere. Okay. 4/2. Don't think I want to. Let's just swing both of these in at the right player. Not attack. If either one of these dies, I'm fine with it. Or they can take 3. Get Mindstone back. Copy target non-token artifact. It'd be pretty good with Hedron Archive. What does our next turn look like? 2, 3, 4. Did not attack, so I don't have the draw for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Instead, play this as mana 8. Then I wouldn't be able to do both. So let's put that on the bottom. And we'll pass. Next turn also looks a little weird for me. With Shimmermere. I have 8 mana. I have this set aside for Rogue's Passage. Then I have 1, 2, 3. Get in for 6 commander damage. But then my whole turn is making it unblockable, playing Mindstone. Playing and sacking Mindstone. Which is just okay. If I could get some lifelink on Surgeindra, that'd be pretty good too. I think we're kind of at the point where we want to start digging for All is dust. All is dust is just always going to be good. And if it does anything to prevent my opponents from killing my board, then it's extra good. So it might also be worth it next turn to play land. 1, 2, 3 for play and sack Mindstone. Have 5 mana. To play Hedron Archive, have 1 up. Hi, Mary. Thank you for the follow. I could play Hedron Archive and have 3 mana with my 1 untapped land to get Shimmermere into play. I thought it was green. It's unfortunate. Professor Onyx. Kind of hoping we're not just going to get Chain of Smogged out of nowhere. It'd be pretty lame. It's an infinite combo with Professor Onyx because of her Magecraft. Cast or copy an instant or sorcery. Each of your opponents lose 2 and you gain 2 life. So with Chain of Smog, which I'll look up here and show you guys. With Chain of Smog, there's a cycle of them. Whoa. Target player discards 2 cards. They can copy it and choose a new target for the copy. So you target yourself. You discard 2. You choose to copy it, target yourself. You discard 2. Even if you have no cards in hand, the effect is still you're discarding 2 and you're choosing to copy it and retarget yourself. One of me, sure. because there's no cost to copying it. So you can always target any player to make them discard cards, whether or not they have cards in hand. And so, since you're copying it infinitely, you're triggering Magecraft infinitely, draining your opponent for 2, gaining 2 infinitely. I don't know how competitively viable that is. You have to resolve a Planeswalker, then have to resolve a 2-mana sorcery, both in black. But black's a very powerful color in Magic, so I mean, it seems like it's probably fine. Probably actively good. Black's also the tutor color. You have a bazillion mana. What would you like to do? Whatever they cast here is going to be copied. Leyline of Vitality. Creatures you control get +0/+2. Whenever something enters the battlefield, gain 2 life. It would normally be a problem for me, but since I'm going for the commander damage win here, who controls? Oh, Professor Onyx. So now I have haste, hexproof, and trample. Heads again. Lodestone Golem. Oh. So let's play Mindstone. Crack Mindstone. Scry that on the bottom. We are going to need lands at some point because we just played our last one that we had in hand. Versus mine, sure. So, it's a 2/6. Just play Hedron Archive. Have unfortunately, it looks like we're going to need some sort of blocker. So let's just swing just Sir Ginger at the Tulane player, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Tron is free to just run in a completely colorless deck. Tron being assembling Urza's Mine, Urza's Power Plane, Urza's Tower. 7 mana off of 3 lands. It's free to run in a colorless deck because they're essentially just wastes. So kind of based on what the game state's looking like, I can use Tome of Legends to draw a card. I can flash in Shimmer Mirror next turn. They're going up to 12 Sir Ginger damage. So I'm just going to pass here. Shimmer Mirror is going to be a good flash blocker if needed. There's a lot of small things going on. Chilean's just going to have so much mana next turn. But this player over here just has so much power in play as well. 6, 10, 15, 24 power in play. Attacking tokens have double strike. Oof. Pretty good. Only tokens they currently have are the Thopters, but they're still 3/3s. And Menace. So they're going to get in for quite a bit of damage here, wherever they go. We avoided being targeted by anything that they were attacking with. Did I end up putting Fire Streaker in here? No. It's unfortunate. Sure. Hmm. I think we're just going to have to get Shimmermere down at flash speed. Having a Meteor Golem to flash in at any point is just too good to pass up. I'm going to auto yield to this and then pass through the turn. Two cards in hand, 3 cards in hand. But it's a selective 3 because they've been able to choose. Llanowar Tribe is interesting with Tulane. You can just pay 3, return it to your hand, play it with. Oh, I guess yeah, it doesn't break even. You have to spend the 3 mana, but it's just like recasting it to get another Chilling trigger. It pays for the bounce back to the hand. Had an illegal block message pop up. Where can I scoop myself? Put myself here. Oh, they're trying to figure it out. So I'll just keep myself here then. Dog's going nuts. Gotta love it. Gotta love beagles. Crazy old lady beagles. Can move the camera over here to block chat so you can see the error messages popping up. I don't think I want to do that. It's basically Magic Online's giving them the error. You can't block this way because they all have menace. I'm internally debating whether or not Lodestone Golem is going to be something I want to play. Doesn't seem to be slowing this person down much. So they're at 3. Three surge injury damage. How's this deck working out? It's been pretty good so far. My draw was a little less than inspiring. It's been fine. I've gotten Mind Stone a few times off of Workshop Assistant. So far, the biggest thing that I've noticed that feels really good is like cheap draw effects. I've got a few like the Chromatic Star, Chromatic Sphere, like eggs that are in here. The things that are just like essentially 1 mana draw card are extremely good. Just that the Scry one seems to be, one of the best effects on here. Waiting to see if I can find some way to like start looping, artifacts to kind of net that card advantage. I know flashing in Shimmer Mirror and then at some point flashing in Meteor Golem is something I'm looking forward to doing. It's possible there should be just like more outright equipment in the deck. Why did it play that? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be going through possibly a number of iterations of this deck, just depending on what I want to try with it. There's the obvious, like, do a bunch of, like, the case, Clan Ironworks stuff with it. Kind of do a bunch of the Mirror Retriever, like, loops, which seems pretty good, too. I think he's a really interesting commander. There's a lot of different ways you could take it. Obviously, if I had my Ugin out too, hand would be pretty nutty. It kind of, when I played it turn before the Brea player went a Lord, and they just kind of curb stomped me out of nowhere with it. They had the Ornithopter and the two Thopter tokens, and that was it. And then they played this and was able to swing at Ugin for exactly 5. And I had +1'd it to try and get around the board state at the time. Have it come back to my turn living at 1. Yeah, it's an unfortunate consequence. Ideally, the way to do it would kind of just be to have a group of rotating people that you could invite to play with for recording. Is that Yu-Gi-Oh? This is not Yu-Gi-Oh. This is Magic the Gathering Online. Here's another, just like you were just saying, another reason why EDH Online is cringe is you get people who either don't know what they're doing or they concede early, and it's like, okay, well, great, now we're playing a 3-player game. Yeah, I have a few buddies of mine that are actually really into Yu-Gi-Oh. We're always kind of talking about it. We're talking about like Yu-Gi-Oh is a card game. I have some Pokemon decks that I play as well. Lorcana is a Disney game that just came out that's pretty similar to Magic. I don't have my cards near me. Yeah, I've heard Yu-Gi-Oh can get nutty. I heard Yu-Gi-Oh's a lot easier to do, like straightforward in the game sort of things, if that makes sense. Pokemon card game is really interesting. It's got a really good online client too. Pokemon does a thing where if you buy packs, like actual paper packs, in the back of your booster pack, they'll give you a little code. You can go online and give you for the other viewer that's in here, they give you a little code in the back of the booster pack that you go onto their online client and you get a free pack online as well. Not a gamer, but I made the content for my client. Yeah, they had unexpected maintenance last night. I think they had said that there was some error in limited deck size. I'm not a gamer, but I made the content for my client. The last one is Yu-Gi-Oh! Could you expand on that? I'm curious what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm muted for 1 second because the mailman just got here. Thanks for following, Kent. I can read, I promise. What kind of stuff you talking about, Kent? Also, apparently Chilean is going Druid Tribal. Which apparently a lot of elves are. Yeah, go ahead and can you send me a whisper? Go ahead and send me a whisper with a link to like your prices and stuff, and then I can get back to you. It's definitely something that I'm interested in. This Tulane guy is going pretty crazy over here. Who would have known? Can I whisper you my Discord user? Yeah, that would be perfect. I'll have to check it after the stream, but yeah. Okay, so they are at 12. Flash and Shimmermere here. Give it haste in your end step. I did also, the one time I don't go heads, I also did lose all of the keywords that I had on this when that Professor Onyx player conceded. Okay, so this is a pretty good example of some stuff I can do with the egg type cards, where you just kind of, for free, get to, not for free. You play the spell for 1, and then you pay 1 to get a mana and draw a card. So, Commander Sphere. I might have ordered those triggers wrong. Oh, no, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 go to 6, Commander Sphere, so we'll keep that on top. Can I... Needing unblockable. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. I don't think we're able to play and crack everything that we're trying to do in the same turn. Gonna draw a card here. Thanks, Kent. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll reach out to you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are going to be able to play Commander Sphere and play Meteor Golem. But I think we need to hold up blockers again for at least one more turn. Not do any attacks. We kind of need these two's help to deal with the other. Both of them are pretty problematic. That card seems like it can be pretty good. So it's kind of looking like we're going to have to wait to see where this player is swinging before I decide where I want to go with Meteor Golem. In theory, next turn, if we're alive, we can get this player over here with commander damage. We're going to be able to sack Commander Sphere, have Hedron Archive, and Rogue's Passage. Rudiclad. Oh, Lord Almighty. So we need Hopefully this gives us priority. Okay, so pay 3, flash in Commander Sphere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I pay 7. Flash in Meteor Golem. Unfortunately, having to pay 3 life. What did I miss here? Did I miscount? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, cast Meteor Golem. Is something increasing the cost? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it says color identity. Oh no. So with Commander Sphere and Arcane Signet, they both tap for a mana of any color in your commander's color identity. If your commander doesn't have a color identity, it will tap for no mana. Okay. Okay. Big oof. Okay, so let's undo. Okay, so we just need to draw exactly Soul Ring. That's not it. Not quite. Shoot. I believe that. Believe that's game. There. Now we have Fire Shrieker in our deck. I assume most of these are coming at me. I even looked that up before the game. I was like, it's odd to me that Arcane Signet specifically says color identity. I mean, I get it, but man, what a ruse. We'll have double strike too, right? So if any one gets in. So they're apparently all not at me. Which I guess makes sense because 6. I think this player lives at 3, unless I'm miscounting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can block 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. So we've got a chance. We just have to have an insane next turn. Each artifact I control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First strike. Regular combat damage. Interesting. So we have a game on our hands. Man, how do I take advantage of that? So without Fire Shrieker, yeah, I've got some things. Got some stuff I can do. Julian, you got it. Yeah. All is dust would still be insanely good here. I'm gonna see 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 cards. Yep. All lands. 3, 4. Mm. I do have the Tulane, assuming that it makes it back to my turn with me having all my lands. I can get Tulane with commander damage. I just have to figure out how to live this mess that's over here. Mind's Dilation. Interesting. Fellwar Stone. Oh yeah, I have the colors from Karn. Duh. Draw off of this. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Keep that on top. That'll help. And all is just sure. Fine. So 1, 2. Oh, I have a million mana. Okay, so let's just play Ugin. No non-artifact spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I guess I'm casting all his dust. Or no, I can Belwar Stone for 2. This is the first one. First spell each turn. Yeah, so we can see what they get off of Mind's Dilation as well. Metalwork Colossus. Sure. You can have a Metalwork Colossus. Obviously, that's not good for them to hit here. But one or more colors. Sure. I also have Meteor Golem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Just gotta get through all these Chulane triggers. Resolves. Okay. 8th mana. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. So we're gonna -7 is what we need. We could do -6 and leave them with times Mind's Dilation, but I'm just not gonna do that. Remove all 7. Exile all 1 or more colors that cost 7 or less. Okay. Play land Lodestone Golem. Pass here. Not gonna attack. BMing you, saying that to the other player. Six mana. Which only costs 8. Next Blue Mansion's pretty good. So they are dead to commander damage currently, is how it sits. Julene, sure. One card in hand. Julene, draw a card. Which Clan Caller. Yep. Fintorn Elder. Got it. Again, combat. Would you like to swing a 10-10 at me? Cool. So yeah, with Rogue's Passage in play, they're at 12 commander damage. Gonna get in for the last 9. Gonna win one more Mana Crypt flip. Oh. Bamboozled. Treasure chest. Sure, I guess we can have some fun with it. No, non-artifact spells. Can I use this for... Well, hang on. What does this do if I roll a 1? Okay, sure. That on the bottom. Okay. 3. Power plant. Forsaken monument. Okay, I'll quit playing with my food. I just wanted to see what the treasure chest did. This creature can't be blocked. Oh. Oh. Right as I was gonna swing. Alright, GG's. Sweet. So yeah, 1-0 with Surge Enter. I think this deck's sweet. I love the card itself. It didn't really do. It wasn't, the reason here. Anything printed on the card wasn't necessarily the reason here that we were able to pull off the win. But the Ugin and the All Is Dust. One of those cards, we needed one of the two, and it set us up pretty well. Cool. So 12-10 at the end of the game. It's going to be able to draw a card. It's going to do a bunch of things. So, yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching. Glad we were able to get the win on stream. Take care.